Ah, little music. Let's do a little streaming today. Where did that application go? No, Mr. Kitty, you are not going to start the shenanigans. There it is. I'm trying to do this all on one screen so that I can have Discord open a little bit. I need another monitor. More monitors. I'm Deadpool. I need all of the monitors. Yeah, it's getting a little rough, man. Getting a little rough to do what I want to do with limited monitors. So, I'm gonna be doing a little construction of slides today. I just need kitties. Well, I put a table, a little side table, behind my desk now, so Mr. Kitty can stare at me and feel better about his life. So, today I'm working on what I promised Squippit. I promised Squippit that I would do the video on Artisan Classes, and it's turning into a bigger project than I thought. To be completely honest, I thought this was going to be easier. So I need to I need to start getting this stuff lined up better. But there is just a mess of information everywhere. People have information everywhere. Yep, that is on my list of things to do. I'm about to share that. So my kids went back to school today. I was so ecstatic. And then I found out they only had a half day, and I was like, what the fuck? What is this? So, let's see. Known crafting professions. We know there's fishing, herbalism, and mining, and we can assume there is lumberjacking and animal goods. So we know that. Read. My phone is blowing up. I tweeted. So it's blowing itself up. Do I need to have OBS open? No, I won't. If I can see that screen. There we go. There we go. Add a kid. Let's shrink this. There we go. See, yeah, I'm eyeing up a very, very sexy, like 38-inch curved screen 4K monitor. Make my life happy. We got our little flower monster disguise. You guys are gonna be seeing this stuff being made before it comes out on the video. So you guys are gonna be like, Jay, I've already seen this, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to tell you. So, let me duplicate. No. Duplicate this one. Resource extractors have been talked about as a thing, and I'm really excited about those. Let me finish this thought. No, farming I'm gonna put as confirmed. Yeah. I'm gonna farming. Yeah, we'll confirm that. We're gonna put a little asterisk. Yeah, done on freeholds. Because we know that there is crops. Why is alphabetical so hard for me today? So except hold on. Coffee. Yes, I need coffee. When we take off, sweetheart, when Paradox Gaming is a huge multi-billion-dollar corporation, we're having goddamn baristas in the lobby. The administrative assistants in my company will not be responsible for making coffee. See, we're stuck in this like quasi gray area as I do my research because we don't know for a fact if farming is an artisan class. It's never been said, but we kind of do, but we kind of don't. It's one of those... Steven, I need to sit down with him and like I got a list of questions for Steven that are like nitty gritty questions. Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. I have a quote. 18. Farm bring cooking. Actually, I don't have a quote that specifically says it is an artisan class. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to do this. Bump this back down to 18. We're going to use a little underline, a little slideology today. Yeah, I have a quote, but it doesn't specifically say that farming is an artisan class. So what I'm going to do is preface it with a little annotation as soon as I get this taken care of. It's like we know that farming has been talked about a ton. And we're going to put, where is it? There we go. I hate being color deficient. We'll go with that. Cover your ass. Always cover your ass, man. Always. Always. I'm going to do this. Throw you in. Wow, that's still kind of big. I don't like the way that looks now. Don't drop the soap. You sick, man. I want none. Shape effects. Shadow. My gender couldn't pick up the soap. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Fail times fail. There you go. I don't like this. I don't like it. That doesn't pop enough. It looks cool. I'm a big fan of reds. It was funny. My doctor was like, I had to do my eye exam, and my doctor was like, dude, you're blind. I was like, uh-huh. Doc's like, you need glasses? No. It's like, why give me glasses when you know I'm not gonna wear them? It's Arctic Knight! What's up, Arctic? Arctic, man, I am a little annoyed with life. I haven't had a chance to jump into Star Trek all week. But I did hit level 30. No, I'm gonna have to I'm just gonna have to get the glasses. I know I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm gonna put this in quotes. Animal goods. Animal goods gathering. It's like, what the fuck do you call? Like, I get it. Like, this exact thing right here is what I spent months game design on thinking about how to have a 3-step process. That's why I was so excited for Ashes when I found out that they had a 3-step process, because that's in my game what I have. I have a 3-step process, except in a lot of places my 3-step process becomes like spaghetti straps and like spaghetti noodles all over the place. Because like mining feed in my game that's in my head, mining feeds blacksmithing. It feeds half of goldsmithing. It feeds chemistry. It's one of the feeders of chemistry. It gets rough, man. It gets rough. Rough. Damn. There we go. I wish I could do that the other direction. Oh. Ah, I like it. No, I didn't jump on the wild bandwagon. What the hell was I doing? I had stuff going on. I ran like 5 miles yesterday. What was I doing Monday? I remember what I was doing Monday. Oh, Monday I practiced doing a video with music, and I had gotten so rusty at it. It took me all damn day. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, since this is getting kind of deep, we're gonna do a new slide. Pop you up here, grab you over here, take the bullet points off. No, I enjoyed WoW when I played. But I won't go back to WoW. I won't. Format. Ah, it's been so long. I used to be a full-fledged PowerPoint Ranger in the military. No, not columns. And then Word lets you do things easier than... Word lets you do a lot of things easier than PowerPoint. And now, of course, since I'm online all the time, I use... Google Docs. No, I don't like it. Still don't like it. I still don't like it. Now I like it. But no, you'll never see me jump on the WoW bandwagon again. Now, I'm not going to lie. I cannot tell a lie. If they came out with World of Diablo, I would probably roll through World of Diablo just to see what they did with it. So, apparently I have Steam running. Star Trek Online vids. I've got a Star Trek Online vid. I've got a Star Trek Online vid in the works, actually. But this one particularly that I'm working on right now is a viewer request video. People who know me know that if I get a really good question from somebody, I'll do a video on it. Because I figure if one person has the question, a lot of people are going to have the question. And the question was, to the best of my knowledge, what's going to be the most lucrative, gathering, processing, or crafting? So, I'm actually going to change this too. Yeah, I can't do Ashes 101 on Artisan Classes because I just don't know enough. I don't have enough answers. Because people are going to be like, well, what about this? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. But no, Star Trek Online video, I am definitely going to work on one. I'm going to make another character, walk my way through it, and then be like, hey, guys, this is what I figured out. Let me take gathering off all these slides now since we're in a gathering section. And let me give you a slight twist. Picture effects. Oh, you know what? I like... can we do... Yeah, we can. Come on. Aha! I like it. Then he pops in? Absolutely. Actually, I'm not going to have him pop in. He's just going to hang out on the slide. He makes for a good slide frame. Everybody wants a little plant flower monster. Everybody wants a little plant flower monster. Okay, resource extractors. I got my notes up on the other screen. I'm doing all my... I gotta make sure every single time, man. Every single time. I put something out until my NDA is over. I have to make sure that every single thing I put, that I can cite it from somewhere. Lurk, lurk. It's Kriya. Kriya's lurking. Yeah, guys, I had a moment of what the fuckness last night. I was looking at numbers, and you know, it's just natural. Hold on a second. That's better. What's up? Sweetheart, I'm sorry that both your content creators have left, but that's because Tryon doesn't treat their creators very well, and so really they don't want creators, they want free advertising. I guess Mark needs to start streaming or playing the game again. Mark could probably make a killing. What I want to do is I want to get a lot of people under the umbrella and help cross produce. I got upset last night. Not really upset, but I was looking at numbers, and you guys know that I like strive for excellence in everything I do. And I haven't found that thing yet that's gonna make me stand out. What's up, Nate? And so last night I was doing some numbers because I like to know where I rank with my competition and where my growth curve is. And look, this is why I keep Sweetheart. Sweetheart hangs out because Sweetheart's like, dude. Sweetheart gave me she gave me the little cross Discord slap. She laid the slap down. She's like, don't worry about your numbers. Just keep doing what you do. And then I woke up this morning, I was like, that's all right, man. Why am I worried about numbers? I'm just going to do what I do. Just going to do what I do. But I wish Tryon would have been a better... like I said, I loved making content for Arcage. I had planned on staying in Arcage until Ashes, but I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it. I could not make content for a group of people. And I couldn't play their game anymore because just playing it was supporting it. I couldn't do it. I mean, they lied. I can't do it. I can't work with them. I can't play a game that the company doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Yes, that is right. That's what I need. That's what I keep Sweetheart for. She's worth every dollar. Every dollar. That's why Sweetheart's first month of Ashes will be on the house. Unpaid intern. You're not an unpaid intern. You're a gonna be paid when we start making money intern. But yeah, your first month of Ashes is on the J. Should be paid. Yeah, Nate, she should be paid. I wish I made more money. I wish I had a legitimate, like, solid stream income. Hate to say it, but Tryon has lied since day one with Alpha. Probably true. Uh-oh. Got my weekly penny. Damn it. Now I gotta behave again, because Sweetheart pays me. This is some weird business relationship we got going on. Sweetheart pays me, but she works for me. Available to freehold owning citizens near Resource Center. Okay. I do like this idea. I like the idea that you can drop this this resource extractor on your freehold. If your freehold is near like a mountain or near a mine, you can drop this resource extractor and it'll do its thing. And then you get all the resources. You don't have to sit there and chisel away at one node at a time. So, now you guys will notice that I say most likely a group effort. Sometimes I have to filter what Intrepid says through the lens of Hold My Beer. They say that it's going to require several people to construct. They also say that it takes 10 people to clear Serpentis, but I've 3-manned it, so... I'm gonna throw this on here. Moving resources. We'll probably need. Oh, you know what I can do? Aha. Slideology. So what's up, guys? I mean, any of you got any questions? That I know you guys have been checking out my Ashes stuff. If you got any questions, let me know. And when the hell did apple juice become red? Why is apple juice red? I'm used to apple juice being like piss colored. No, it is right. It is actually it's Snapple. See, on a side note, people are always telling me, man, you need to go on a low-carb diet. You need to go on a low-carb diet. This bottle of juice has 48 carbs in it. I know, new plastic bottle. It's nice. I can throw it at the kids when it hits the wall. It doesn't shatter. I'm kidding. I would never throw a bottle at my kids. It doesn't hurt. I actually wouldn't. I don't throw stuff at my kids. My kids are great. My kids don't really misbehave, Ty. My kids are pretty squared away. My kids are pretty solid. Besides, if I'm gonna punish my 12-year-old, I just take away her phone. It's like, take away her phone. It's like, I'm melting. So, all right, guys. Let's talk about resource nodes. Let's talk about harvesting itself. What are we at? 24? People are gonna be like, damn, all this detail and it's not an Ashes 101. Yeah, let me tell you why my daughter has a phone at 12. I'm one of those parents that would build like a tower in my backyard, like, you know, 30-foot tower, and then I would be on it with the sniper rifle so I could see for like a mile in every direction, and then give my kid like a 9/10 of a mile radius. But the city would frown upon that. So would the local airport. They're like, you can't have a sniper rifle, we're sorry. But there was a guy in the park that's a mile from my house that my kid hangs out with. that was just arrested for exposing himself with the intention of self-gratification. Now, I'm gonna let me. What was his charge? He was charged with knowingly exposing his sex organ in a lewd manner with the intent to arouse his sexual desires. Now, let me tell you how messed up America is. Here is a guy who whips out his wang at a carnival with kids around. That's a misdemeanor. But because while he was in custody, he was kicking and throwing, he broke an outlet cover. Just the plug, he broke the cover. That's a felony. Because it's felony damage to government property. When your country runs on a system that a guy whipping out his thing in front of kids is only a misdemeanor, but breaking an outlet cover at the cop shop is a felony, I've given up on society. I've given up. I've given up. I don't know, man. Like, people wonder why my 12-year-old has a phone. Yeah, that's why she has a phone. Hey, Dad, there's a guy up here at the park with his wang hanging out. Be like, you know what? Don't worry. He's not gonna have a wang no more. Not if you point it towards my daughter. So, I don't know, man. Society sickens me. Society absolutely sickens me. Okay, we're gonna take this. We're gonna bump this down here. You guys are gonna like this. Come on, man. What's up, PowerPoint? Your coffee needs to kick in quicker. You're already crashing. Sorry to hear that. Oh man, I damaged like my favorite childhood photo. Oh, maybe I didn't. Well, I probably did. That's the problem with being a kid from the 70s and the 80s, man. Your parents don't have digital backups of every photo of you. Yeah, I got a coffee yesterday, man. You know what sucks? You know what sucks is Starbucks has gone to plastic caps. Or paper caps. I gotta get a permanent Starbucks cup now. I can't do paper. Paper straws? What the shit is with paper straws? There we go. See, it's all about writing your OPR. Nope, I'm not basic. I know, right? Put crit in there. Where's my unknown mechanic? See, this is why I can't be in Ashes 101. I got too many. Not sure if it is like that. Fortnite harvesting? Yeah, you know, I would actually say that what I've seen of the gameplay and the way it's been explained would probably be that. Here I can show you this. This is from the Ashes of Community. And then this is what it looks like when you are harvesting. So that's a little, that's the gathering reticle. So as you see, when he picked up the stuff, that was it. It was gone. Let me roll that back a second so you guys can see that one more time. A little more. A little more than that. So as they come in, you saw, let me go back one more time so we just get that right. His cursor's up, and then as he cursors over gatherable stuff, you can cursor, but as soon as that stuff is gone, now you saw that red bar. We're not sure if that's going to be there. One more time. Watch that bar. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think what game had that. Bless had this bar recently that you wanted to hit inside of that red bar. So that was for their pet, the pet gathering in Bless, but don't know what the don't know what the crit is gonna be. We don't know that there's different levels of don't know if there's going to be different levels of mats. I don't know if you guys played Final Fantasy, either version of 14. But let me tell you, having the first version of Final Fantasy 14 was somebody had smoked some really good crack, because it was like, okay, you have normal yarn, you have +1 yarn, +2 yarn, +3 yarn, and they didn't stack, and you couldn't downgrade them. That was just ridiculous. So, oh no. I closed something I didn't want to. I definitely don't want to reopen what I just opened, but thanks for playing. Don't want to open that either. These aren't what I want. No, here it is. No, that's not it. What the? Oh. See, I haven't had coffee today. I'm Dennis Leary, man. I need coffee. What flavor coffee? Coffee flavored? See, guys, I could always, I mean, we could talk about, like, crafting, and then I could talk about, like, advanced supply chain management. But I'll just make it easy, and we'll go from lamb to yarn to sweater. Because that's what it's going to be. Trying to make sure that I hit all the highlights. This question was hard. It's like, it's which one's going to be more profitable? Like, dude, I don't know. I haven't played, but I'm trying to frame the answer. I hate to tell people I can't answer the question. I like a challenge. I like a challenge. Where are we? Gathering. We're still on gathering. Let's go back to gathering. You know what I want to do? And then I want to do Trying to get... you guys saw me doing a screen capture. Aha. See, sometimes I will paraphrase. Sometimes I will cut and paste in a quote. Like down here, you guys are gonna see I cut and paste in a quote. Actually, that looks like garbage. That looks better. Why is that so? There we go. That's better. Sometimes I cut and paste in the words. Sometimes I grab the Discord cut. So, I mean, Artisan Classes, I mean, this Steven says farming, breeding, cooking, and crafting in general is of extreme importance. It is my personal opinion that players who control the economy exert greater influence over the world than those who directly influence PvP. Non-combat playstyles will absolutely be a full-time option and will yield considerable influence. And now I know a lot of people have been like, crafters aren't nobody. I'm going to tell you, in EVE Online, I played EVE Online, and my character that was a miner and a producer was way more influential than my PvP pilot. Like, I used to deliberately stage stuff for an alliance at their jump off point, and I could make like 19-20% markup for time just for moving stuff. So, okay, now where are we at? Animation pane. Animations appear. Appear. One thing I will tell you is that there is no bonus as of right now. There is no bonus to your stats based on your profession, which is good and it's bad. From my point of view, if I was designing a game, then yes, absolutely. Somebody who does blacksmithing would get a bonus to their strength. But I get where, because they're making races have an impact on your stats, and then they're making your decisions in game have an impact on your stats. You don't want so many things to impact your stats that you have every tank is a orc, is a blacksmith, because that gives me a bonus 8 strength and 12 vitality. You want some things to be flavorful without stats. I get it, I accept it. I would actually go the other direction, but then it becomes a pain in the ass. Like, how do you do balancing? Like, if I take every single bonus strength stat as a fighter, I become a one-hit pony. I can just crush everybody. So, fishing, herbalism, mining, farming. No direct quote, farming is an artisan class, but it's a pretty solid assumption from the conversations. Yeah, that I'd say is accurate. That is an accurate way to say that. It's like Vuxino, alchemy. I think alchemy should give you an intelligence boost because it's alchemy, or mind, or something of that. But then, what would every mage have? Every mage on the server would be your alchemists. Every bard would be your cook if cook gave charisma, you know. What did I say that earlier? No dash. Oh, alpha 1 and a dash. Okay. So I can put up here. But now I've abbreviated it. And now I don't put it that. I don't spell it out everywhere else. Good. Oh, nope, not phase at. Phase 2. So, if you guys got any questions, feel free. Just because I'm working doesn't mean I won't stop and answer questions. But I will save. Oh, I'm glad that I introduced you. I had a lot of people come to me and say, yeah, Jay, you got me into the game. And I'm like, but I didn't make any money off of you. So I had to post it on my Discord the other day. A couple of people are like, Jay, your numbers aren't adding up. I'm like, whoa, they're not my numbers. Slow down. If there's a mistake, we gotta work that out. You're falling asleep? What? Have you slept yet, sweetheart? I went to bed at 5 a.m. That pirate life, though. I went to bed right after I talked to you last night, and then I could not sleep for shit. I like to put intrepid indicated several people would be necessary. Will require extensive testing. I'm not stressing. No, it wasn't about the numbers. I have this weird thing when I can sleep just fine if I don't have anything to do the next day. But it is still ingrained into my brain to not be late for appointments in the military, that if I have an appointment the next day, I will just freak out and not be able to sleep. Okay. See, I even made a map. My own map. My own map. Then we're gonna put stick people on it. It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. I know, it is a nice map. Got a little windmill, little farm next to it. I actually, you know, it's the northern plains. There's a little snow on the ground. A little village. Probably gets raided by goblins from the mountain often. I put 2 different sized pine trees. I love you guys. I did work. I wish I had had a program like that when I was a tabletop GM. Would have made my life really easy. So, back to what I was doing. Gathering. I think we're done with gathering. We've covered everything in gathering. Gathering. Known gathering professions. Oh, you know what we need to do? Hold on. New, oh, not new. Oh, yeah, new slide. Up there. None. There is no labor system. I love that. I hated the labor system in Arcade. And that shouldn't be parentheses. That should be brackets. So, yeah, labor system. So, and then I'm gonna don't get you started on labor issues. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I ran at one point 12 accounts. It's like, this is bullshit. I hate the fact that I have to say that gathering is the acquisition of raw materials. But I feel it necessary. Because you know there's going to be that dumb question. You know there's going to be a dumb question. Even if you make something idiot-proof, the world will just make a better idiot. Maybe if it was done more like... maybe it was done more like stamina. You know, it's been so long since I've played some games. Like, if I remember correctly, there's no artificial limit in WoW to how much gathering you can do. BDO had a system, but I don't remember it. I don't remember it at all. And like Star Wars The Old Republic, it was, if you did find nodes out in the public, you just picked them up. Star Trek Online, you just, whatever ones you find, you just get. I don't think you need a labor system. I'm looking for a word. In yield and capacity, node location and yield capacity. Gathering takes energy in BDO. Thank you, energy. I couldn't remember what the word was. Thank you. Your name is in blue. Let me check my other screen. Your name is in blue on the other screen too. So, El Tosto? Uh-oh. Family? Why is my family here? My family's supposed to be at lunch. El Tosto. My family came back. Why are they here? They were supposed to go to lunch. I'm gonna have to mute you guys in a second. Find out what my... Uh-oh. Looks like the 12-year-old child is running in the house. Let's make sure there's not an emergency. Hold on. Oh, good. No emergencies. Just kids dropping off backpacks. Yeah, I do like the fact that it's just going to limit... that the way the nodes are going to work is going to be the limiting factor, not some artificial thing. So yeah, I like it. So, labor to, okay, so labor, actual harvesting, resource extractors. Oh, I should probably put this in duplicate slide. Oh, the little one's here. You guys can hear the little one say hello. Hello, little one. Hi. You want to say hi to the people? Can you wave right there? Can you wave to the people? All right, I'm streaming. We'll talk about your first day of school later. Going to lunch with mom? Okay. Aw, happy child. Happy, happy child. Aw, she's so excited. I think she said today was only a half day. It's Cammy. Hi, Cammy. Hold on a second. I also like this. I like the fact that you need the relevant tool for the job. What did he say? Mithril? Then I've got his quote. And then I'm gonna grab in here. That was from a live stream. So I like this. Let's watch together. Let me bring this over here so you guys know what source material I'm using.
You mentioned bringing up augments and crafting. I also had just a question watching the last stream you all did, talking about weapons and weapon progression with the weapons themselves. I assume there'll be tools for crafting.
Oh, yes.
To go out. Will they also have some sort of progression system as you get more powerful as a crafter? Will your equipment also somehow improve? Like, can I use the same axe for copper as I do for, you know, something much higher end, or does that
You
change?
cannot. No. Tools do advance within the artisan tree. So your ability to either gather, process, or craft will require the equivalent tools necessary at that stage of crafting in order to accomplish the task at hand. So you could not mine copper and mithril with the same tool.
Awesome.
It's pretty exciting. I like that. Now, what I'm really hoping with that, what I'm really hoping with that one is that, oh hell, hold on, I gotta turn that down. What I'm hoping is that it's legitimately, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me when I say this, but what I hope is that you can't, where they say you can't mine copper and mithril with the same tool, I hope that it's not like, I make a stone axe so I can harvest stone and copper. And then I make a copper axe and I can harvest stone, copper, and gold. And then I make, or in iron. And then I make an iron axe so I can do stone, copper, iron, and then the next thing up. I actually want specialized tools. If I'm going out copper harvesting, I want a tool that I use to do the copper. So, oh hell yeah. We getting jiggy with it with my national anthem. It's not really my national anthem. This was from the St. Patrick's Day episode. Why is that still on the playlist? It's Fiddles McGinty. Let's get down with that. I would love to be playing some Bear McCreary for you guys. But, I would love to be playing some Bear McCreary, but then this video would be useless because it would copyright out the entire dealio. Why does it do this? Hold on, we're gonna try something. That's better. When I'm paid staff, I request an IV drip of coffee so I can game all night and still wake up to work. It works for me, man. Let me quote these guys because I'm there. What is that, 16? I've got notes all over the place. I need a different picture for the slide though. Yes, you can have an IV drip. Actually, I gotta get up. I will be right back, and then I'm gonna tell you a funny story about the military and how we used to recover from late nights out partying. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I see jamming. Oh, that's not nice, man. It's funny. And then, yeah, Cammy was the same thing. Cammy was saying the same thing. Will a mithril pick harvest copper ore? I don't want it to. It probably will. I don't want it to. I want you to have... I mean, that gives the... if you make it so that a pick only works on 1 or 2 ores, it instantly gives low-level crafters a renewable product that they can make. Because that means everybody is going to need... everybody's going to need a continuous use of all the steps versus... I mean, you all know how it is. When I make my diamond pick, I can mine everything. I mean, some people are like, I would never use a diamond pick to harvest copper. Yes, you would. If you're there and there's copper and you need it, you're not going to make a lower level item. You're just not. I already have him sighted. I can be lazy. Yes. I'm the master of the copy pasta. Come down here. Okay. It gives away for new or low-level person guild to contribute specially. Yeah, exactly. See, we're right there. We're of one mind. It's like we're doing the Vulcan mind meld there. And unless you need to, you wouldn't even carry low-level tools. Exactly. Like, you guys, if you guys have followed me for any length of time, you know I'm a big 7 Days to Die fan. I'm waiting for Alpha 17. It's probably released. I didn't even notice. But, I mean, I have a stone axe, right? Once I make my first iron axe, I don't carry a stone axe ever again. And then once I start making steel, once I make I make the fire axe, that's it. I don't carry the lower ones. Once I make a steel pickaxe, I mean, it's like I'm that guy that once I can make gasoline, I have an auger. That's it. I get rid of all my mining tools. All I use is an auger. Because why the hell would I type an inventory slot? Why? I wouldn't. So. Items will require replacement. I think is May, and Big May, baby. We've got to put an underline on the May. That I also think right here. I think that tools can be repaired. I think that's cool. Tools, like in ArcAge, the game I played most recently, you don't have to have a mining pickaxe. You go up, like you could be a brand new level 1 character in all newbie gear and you walk up to an iron node and you're just like, I'm gonna pull out my magic pickaxe. I pulled it out of my ass. In Bless, I didn't like in Bless that you could have an infinite pickaxe with pay to win. But I liked the idea that you had to buy them. 1 pickaxe, 1 strike. Now, not necessarily, I'm not necessarily down with that either. But, in all honesty, I think having a consumable tied to gathering tools is a good thing because it cuts down on your bots as well. If there is a monetary investment into the gathering portion of the game, it makes a realistic economy. God damn it, Frostpaw. There is a panda with a big heart for you. I got subs, man. I got loyal people. Does that mean there is some RNG in tool breakage? No, there is not RNG in tool breakage. It's more like a linear... It's more like there's a linear progression, and actually I gotta do a better job there. I gotta cross-reference one other thing. It's not RNG. I think I've worded this wrong. It's more... will be used past repairability. It's hard to word this. And there's a links with a big heart for you. Aw. Yeah, man, I gotta sit down. I gotta do my subscriber icons and stuff. I need to hire somebody to do that stuff for me. Yeah, Frost, we were talking about the other way. We were talking about tools that have to be... tools that... Like, you have to use a certain tool to mine a certain item. Yeah, Jam, and that's kind of getting to where I want to be. Tools have durability. And then let's do... will require repair. Eventually degrade past repairability. And then we'll... not italics. There we go. This sounds remarkably similar to Minecraft tools, honestly. Kind of. Also sounds a lot like 7 Days to Die tools. Pretty standard durability, item durability. Now remember, your weapons and your armor also have durability, which means your guild is going to have to be filled with artisans because, like, you can only master one class. So you're going to be like, Jahlon, can you log in alt number 47 and please fix my axe? You know what I could do? Take him out. Sorry guys, I stole the screen for a second. You guys can have that one back. Gonna make that my character name Alt 47. No, that Alt 37. No, it was funny because it got to the point in our gauge. I had all these alts because people would quit the game, and so every time somebody would quit the game, I would fill in the gap for whatever craft they had. I would then level an alt to have that craft, and so people would send me stuff, and I'd be like, "Oh Jesus, send it to another character." This guy's balling it. He's got an axe and a fishing pole. Yes, I will clean that up in just a second for all you OCD people. 215. I have to make those smaller. When is the damn store updating? They usually update it sometime in the afternoon. That is one thing Steven has said that they are working on. They do have a new... They do have... I still don't like it. Oh, you know what I could probably do? Hold on. I'll leave the trees there. They have a new web person, if I remember correctly. Greetings, friends. Your insight for our current forums is heard. We just had a new web dev start Monday, and once he finishes some game account integration needed for Alpha 1, I will task him with fixing up the forums. They also need to fix the referral system, because I'm starting to get irritated. I would like to know who all of my referrals are by name. And my referrals would like to know that they're my referral. And they're like, Jahlon, I used your link and you're not getting credit for my purchases. You know what? I don't like the rough edges. Nope. I didn't get yours, Frost. You need to put in a ticket and be like, hey, my boy didn't get credit for me. There we go. Soften up them edges. Nice. It's hard to make out that that top one has an axe. Yeah, I know. It took a whole minute for the 500 to go through. I got the 75 on your $500 purchase, yes. I didn't get whatever you just... Yeah, the 40 that you just did, I didn't get credit for that. Nodes 1. See if I can grab a better picture. I need a 40-inch monitor. I would put in a ticket, Frost. Put in a ticket on the website. That's one thing I hope they do get resolved, because that is going to start to become an embarrassment for them. It will start to become problematic for them. You're not going to want to have big name streamers that you tell that they can have 15% in cash of... Yeah, I don't think I can get a better picture. Yeah, the problem with the axe is that the better pictures end up having XP in front of it. Let me try this one. Oh yeah, that looks a little... Well, that looks just about the same. I have a 40-inch monitor and a good quality cheap monitors. Nah, if I get a 40-inch monitor, I'm getting a 40-inch 4K, because I already have two Samsung 32s curved. Ever since I got the curved monitors, my headaches have gone down tremendously. Doc was kind of funny. The doc's like, we can give you medicine for your seizures. Or we can give you medicine for your migraines. There we go. But you can only get medicine for one. Like, give me your old monitors when you upgrade. No, man, when I upgrade, what's going to happen is the 40 is going to go right here. And then the other ones are going to go over here to my desk that's currently a mess. And then I'm going to have a second computer set up. So I'll have a 40, and I'll split screen the 40 to game Twitch, OBS, and then I'll have Discord and other stuff going. And then my other monitor will become my second computer's monitor. So. There we go. They know me by Jahlon. Too many monitors? Dude, I accidentally ordered my wife a monitor, and yeah, is there anything over there that I can't show? No, man, I accidentally ordered my wife a monitor. Oh, hold on. There's stuff in the way. And yeah, that monitor's a little bit big. That monitor's crushing it. I opened up the box and the monitor came and I was like, what the hell? I actually don't even remember what I bought her. She wanted one like mine. Yeah, I have two 27s. I thought I had 29s. I actually have 27s. And yeah, funny enough, when I ordered hers, I meant to order her a 27 curved. I ordered her a 32. I did, man. It was accidentally. I was not paying the most attention when I was doing it. It was one of those I want it. And then she got it. How do I like the curved ones? You don't know how you feel about them? I love my curved monitors. I have suffered from migraines my entire life. So much, like, I was on all sorts of medication. I was on all sorts of medication for my migraines. And the tech guy in the Air Force was really, really good friend of mine. And he's like, hey, man, I'm going to try something with you because we're up here all the time, like working on your equipment, working on your lighting, because I had the medical thing that I was being sent home from work because my migraines, like, you can't fake a migraine as bad as I have them. Like, I would hit the floor and just vomit, or vomit and hit the floor when a migraine hit. They had to, like, I had auto injectors, needleless injector from my migraine med. So, like, people in my shop were trained on how to stab me in the leg with them, and then they'd have to get me home, and big pain in the ass. He brought me a curved monitor. My headaches went down by like 50%. I bought them at home. No headaches. I love them. I absolutely love them. Now, I wouldn't recommend going out and buying curved monitors. I would recommend trying to find a friend of yours or something that has one. Sit down and hang out with it for a little bit. So. Oh wait, no, I don't need to do that. I need to do this. Yeah, man, if you can, if there's somewhere that you, if you know somebody that has one, or there's a store that has one, just try to go in and see. I mean, it's, for the curved monitor versus, like, my next one is, my next one's going to be a 4K monitor, just because I can. to be completely honest. Because I want, like, Clutch makes a desk that I like that unless they give me one, I'm not going to buy. But I'm going to model my setup after theirs. Like, I'm going to be rearranging the office again. So I'm going to have to take all this crap behind me and I'm going to have to put it in that corner. Because I'm going to put a desk here. I'm going to put a desk on this wall, a desk here, and then a desk there. So I'm going to be squared up facing this wall. But Clutch makes an awesome desk. The Clutch, if you're listening, you can just give me and I'll talk about it all the time. But I want to have a big wide monitor. That way when I'm not working, I can just play my game in 4K massive. You find my raw material offensive. Look, man, I ain't trying to steal your girlfriend or nothing. Relax. You felt that one? Yeah. Don't worry, man. Shriners has a bed reserved just for you. Just for you. Alrighty. I'm a big visual guy. All my kids' friends, they're like, you need to teach again. I'm like, please slow down. The violent outbursts aren't under control yet. Oh, I was running yesterday. Man, I swear to God, the people in this town are clowns. I'm running yesterday, and this guy, literally, he takes the stroller. He can't get the stroller in the back seat or in the back of the minivan, which I don't get, man, because I used to drive like a car and I could get the stroller in and out, no problem. It comes with being a dad. If you're a good dad, you can figure out the stroller. The dude literally picks up the stroller and he like throws it, and I'm running and I just stop and I start laughing because he was such an animated jerk off. And he looks at me and he's like, are you laughing at me? You got a problem? I'm like, yeah, I'm laughing at you. You're a fucking clown. So he takes like 2 steps closer to me. And I'm like, look, man, don't come over here unless you're going to be making me laugh, clown shoes. Because I ain't in the mood. And then his old lady gets out of the car. She's probably 19 all of. You don't need to be going over there throwing that stroller, making a fool out of yourself. You're embarrassing me. Get in the van. I'm like, that's right, buddy. Get your ass in the van. So I'm like, what are you gonna, like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You wanna come and fight? Fine. What the fuck, man? Clearly there's a broken mentality here. I like literally wanted to lace into him and be like, are you really gonna come over and fight me? I'm like, look, I know I'm like, I know I'm a little fat. I know I'm still a little out of shape. I'm getting slim and trim. I'm getting back. I'm getting back, but dude, you clearly don't do any physical fitness. What the hell am I looking for? Stations? I'm gonna put stations for right now while we work on this. Raw material. And I know people are gonna be like, it's, oh, you know what, I did put those there. So you guys, this is, just so you guys know, this is how much I love you. This is how much I love my audience and how much I don't care that I don't get 10,000 views on my videos. This is how long I take making the videos and researching them and making them as base, like, as broken down as I can. But yeah, I miss teaching. Unfortunately, the reason why I don't think I can teach right now is with some of the stuff wrong with my head. Some of the stuff that's wrong with my head, if a kid fucked with me right now, I'd probably like grab his little chicken neck and kill him. But yeah. Please log in. I am not a robot. By the way, for all of you that are, for all the people who are just hanging out, if you're looking for another game to follow on top of Ashes, there's a link to Fractured down there. Fractured's looking to be like a good game, a good side game, a very Diablo-like game. Although, there's 2 Diablo projects in work. I don't know what to do. I'm so torn. Kill him. Yeah, Vuxedo. I used to be a teacher. Before 9/11, I was a teacher. So yeah. Wow. I'm not sure if I want to use this picture. That picture's pretty rough. A little rough around the edges. The story so far, account, about, press kit. Need images. I will tell you guys what, Ashes of Creation, the community wiki, they do a hell of a job. They do a hell of a job putting together their website and pulling stuff. It's amazing. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. But yeah, Ashes of Creation wiki, they are pretty solid with what they do. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it. You guys can hear something in the back. There we go. I hate to like... can I get this at a higher quality? No? Damn it. Okay. Let's do this. Finally back from clearing the falling apples in the yard, picking them up and throwing them away because they were rotten. Yeah, man. I hated that chore as a kid. I hate copying what other people do, but some people just have such great, like, they have such great visuals that you just got. I mean, there's not a better one. I mean, this right here, guys, is a this is a freehold, and so what you're coming up to. Let me rewind that. Not that much. So what you're doing is you're coming up to a freehold here. And this is like one of the things you can do with your freehold. So you got a little house. I don't quite know what that building in the back is. So yeah, But yeah, you you can have your own little freehold with your stuff on it, and that's going to be one of the things for processing. You are our freeholds, guild thing, are personal. They're yours. They're your personal thing. So yeah, like I'm doing this map. I'm eventually gonna get to the point. I'm gonna eventually answer Squippit's question. But say you build this little windmill up here. That's your freehold, and you've got a farm there, and you've got a house, and you say you put on it a mill for wood, a lumber mill, and then you break your axe, and you're like, shit, I broke my axe, and I live out here in the middle of ass nowhere because it's peaceful, and I like the trees, and I like the deer that come up on my property, and I like being able to walk in the mountains. Later, Arctic. You might have to traverse all the way the hell into town because you don't have a furnace, you don't have a forge, or you might have to go all the way over to this town over here because the mayor of this town didn't make anything industrial there. It may be a military town, or it might not. He might just not have put in a forge. The mayor of the town is going to be limited on what he can put in. Now, there might be another freehold here. Like Paradox, you can guarantee that Paradox is going to live near each other, because we are always amazing at teamwork. But you might not have a forge on your property, so you might be hauling all the way there, and they probably have a forge because they're right up there in the mountains. So they're probably a more mining, industrial, smelting, forging community. But they might have a business relationship with you because they need lumber for their forges. We don't know those bits and pieces. So, yeah, that's what I'm excited about. That is what I am stoked about. Why do they do... Like, who the hell would ever want that? I'll call that workstations before I forget why the hell I have that. Yeah, it can. Actually, what I'm going to do for you, Cammy, is I am going to give you... give me just 1 second while I work my magic. Mike Madigan, it's fucking election season in Illinois, and all I ever hear about is what a horrible person Mike Madigan is. That is not what I wanted to link. That is what I wanted to link. That is the video on housing that jumps you right to freeholds. That will take you right to the freehold section. It will explain freeholds in depth to you. Because they can't be rated per se unless your parent node comes under siege. If your parent node comes under siege and the siege is successful, then for a period of 1 to 2 hours after the siege, your freehold can be raided. It's also completely possible that they leave your freehold the hell alone. They might, if I use this map for a second, This might be the node down here that this might be the parent node that my freehold belongs to. And when the people raid this this node, they're like, hell no, we're not taking out Jahlon's windmill. The whole point of this is we want this village and this freehold, and there's probably some other freeholds in around here. We want them feeding this town. Part of the value of this town is its economic background. Now, somebody might be like, fuck that, I'm gonna go kill Jahlon's freehold. So, they could. And you can kill people. We're waiting for a piece of clarification on a preposition. They said you're safe inside your freehold. Well, inside the boundaries of your freehold? Or are you safe inside the buildings on your freehold? So are you safe on your freehold? Like, for me, it was hard to understand because I had prepositions drilled in my head. You're within boundaries, you're inside a building, you're on your land. So, that's a question I need to get, clarification for. Workstations? Can we call them workstations? Okay, I think I can get away with calling them workstations. And if I can't, then oh well. Am I gonna make a video on fortresses? Yes. Well, castles are in the PvP video that I just did. Castles are in the PvP video. No, it's not in the book. Thank you for reminding me. That's what I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here thinking about that. I need to put that in the book because there's going to be a live stream, and I might use that as my question. I did ask a question for the live stream. I just had another box of pens. But I will do a video. I will do a guild video on. I will do a video on guild halls and guild fortresses once I have all those details. Yep. Gaming Guild Green Book. This was the one from when I out-processed the military. And I got really lucky when I was unpacking. I came up with... This one's like half used. This one's like half done in, Oh, this is mostly done. This short-term parking. Oh yeah, this was, when I was in the military, my last assignment, but it's half empty still, so it's getting used. But yeah, I got green books all over the place. I have the national stock number, and I think I can order them. I think I just gotta buy like 20 of them. Somebody asked me a question on the 3rd of August about Adobe Premiere exporting to YouTube. They never came back. I had their answer. I got their answer for them. So yeah, there we go. The question's in the book. As if I couldn't use 20 of them. Yeah, probably. That's probably true, man. Right now, I end up using notebooks, like spiral notebooks, but then I like to have them labeled so I know what I'm what I'm writing in each one. Like normally I would have a book on like the Disney Vacation, and then everything I learned about Disney would be in that book. So that way, if somebody said to me, "Hey, Jay," like sweetheart, because she's going, "Hey, Jay, what do you know about this?" I'd be like, "Oh, hold on, let me grab my Disney book and grab it." And that way, it's just sorted. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Well, dude, you could have computer files for that." And I'd be like, "Yeah, but I'm old school." And I like the fact that processing. Oh, you know what? Shit, I forgot. Hold on, guys. I got a note sitting in the other room. Give me 1 second. I gotta grab that because I was reading this morning before I went out. Hold on. See, and this is the problem when I don't have my green books with me. I end up writing them in... random things. Who the hell wrote? I don't even know who that is. This is another... See, I inherited all these notebooks from my time in the military. I forgot. I actually... Because I started this last night. Resource extractors. Resources will stay relevant. What I need to do important end game resources. And now I got to be sad because now I got to look up there we go. Getting those end game materials. I completely forgot about an entire concept. I nearly dumped an entire concept here. Boss drops. You're gonna. It's not like other games where you kill the boss and you get the resource. You're gonna have to bring in you're gonna have to bring in a gatherer to get the boss drops. Fix the artwork. There we go. Not that much rotation. Come on now. Try 18. And throw an animation on that. There we go. Like it. And I love this fact. I absolutely, positively love this aspect. Are we on 24 for you guys? No, we're on 28. And no, you should not be animated. I love the fact that you can kill the dragon. You and your 8 Billy Badass raiding friends can go in there and kill the dragon. But if you don't bring in a Master Gatherer, you're not gonna get the heart of the dragon. So, I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. Because imagine, you guys all know those people that make fun of Care Bears. They point their finger and they laugh at Care Bears. They like to run around and they like to slaughter the Care Bears. They never mine. They never harvest. They never craft. They just basically pillage and loot. And they just make general dicks of themselves. Because they control all of, they'll be the guy that robs every caravan so that they have all this gold. And then they'll be like, oh, well, we'll just buy the best items. And we'll just do the endgame dungeons and get the best gear. Well, what happens then? They do the dungeon and they're like, hey, man, the dragon at the end of this layer is supposed to drop an item we can use to make a legendary. Or I don't want to say a legendary. Let me roll that back. Legendaries and ashes are completely, so I would say, make this ultra epic dungeon weapon. They kill the dragon. Hey man, where's the dragon's heart? Haha, stupid. You need a gatherer to get it out of it. So I love it. I absolutely love it. You either need to do the stuff yourself, or you are going to have to be nice to gatherers. Remember, a lot of the dungeons are going to be open world, too. That means you're going to have to kill it, and if you don't have a gatherer with you, you might have to guard the corpse. You might have to sit there and guard that corpse while it despawns. Otherwise, a guy like me is going to run in and be like, stabby, 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 give me the heart. What class am I planning on playing? That is a really, really hard question. Haven't had a chance to play... remember my NDA. Haven't had a chance to play any of the classes in Alpha 1. Let's say it that way. I haven't seen... 4 of the 8 classes haven't even been released or talked about. I will probably end up playing a healer, a bard, or a summoner. But I have to see them all first. Remember my NDA, that's right. Remember my NDA. I gotta remember it, man. I'll get myself in trouble. Okay, back to processing. Processing, taking raw materials and turning them into ingredients used in crafting. Taking finished items and deconstructing them into materials. Into ingredients. Just let me bard and give me easy jobs. I don't think bard is going to be like bard in Arcade. I think you are going to be working your butt off as a bard. I don't think it's going to be put your songs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and roll your face across the keyboard. I don't. Sweetheart's like, God damn it. I'm going to tell you, if we go all the way back to Final Fantasy XI, when I was playing Final Fantasy XI and I was the bard, I worked my ass off. I was the puller. I was the person making sure we were getting high kill chains. Man, I was working my ass off. Labor system, how the hell did I spell ingredients wrong? Labor system, what limits the processing ability? Location of workstations, availability of raw materials, location of raw materials, no global market, no instant transports. I guess availability of raw materials, location of raw materials. Yeah. Remember, guys, if you're going to be... Remember, there's going to be a huge market for you to be just the guy that takes iron ore and turns it into iron bars. That's not crafting in Ashes. That's called processing. We don't have all the details on that. But there is no global market, which is huge. Which is absolutely huge. That means... imagine, if you will, the way a global market kind of works in most MMOs is I'm in Chicago and I want to buy all the iron ore in the region. So I buy it from Milwaukee, I buy it from Minnesota or Minneapolis, I buy it from Indianapolis, Dayton, Ohio, St. Louis, and it all just magics its ass through the mail to my mailbox. I pull it out, I go craft, I make my iron bars, I put it on the auction house, I make my money. Not so much in Ashes. You might be a processor who gets a higher amount of iron bars per iron ore. We have very limited information on the processing right now. I'm gonna bet that's gonna be part of how it is. I'm gonna bet that the higher your processing, the better you get, the less raw materials you need per intermediate product. I don't want to say finished product because a finished product is like a piece of armor, not an iron bar. But you're going to have to travel to those places. To go back to my map, you know, if I have a mill up here on my windmill, if I have a lumber mill, I have trees right here. I'm going to knock down the trees. I'm going to turn it into lumber. I might not personally give a rat's ass about moving the lumber to the town. I may contact people in the town or in this little village up here and be like, yo, I got lumber for you. Come get it. We don't know everything about personal caravans either, and those are going to be important, especially for the processors. Especially for the processors. Let me copy this whole slide. Let me pop this slide in here. Take you out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be selling. I'm gonna be trying to sell lumber. And then I'm going to work with my guild to make sure that we have some people working on stone, some people working on animal crops. Like, well, let me stop that. My wife over there, she will, like, man, if you can breed like a 3-headed raptor, she'll be on it. She loves breeding in games. She played BDO for years after I quit. And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, breeding horses. I'm like, is that any fun? And she's like, yeah. Gathering, crafting, freehold buildings, assumed box to lumber or to ingots. I'll call it that. How did I put it on the other side? Assumption. Oh, you know what I'll do? Aha, I'll copy this. No, don't do that. What are you doing, stupid? Alright, I just want to copy you. See, this is where we start to start making some assumptions. But I can pretty much assume that if you're gonna have lumberjacking and you're gonna have mining, then I can assume that you're gonna have a processing that takes logs to lumbers or to ingots, plants to fiber or yarn. And because we know what some of the buildings are available, we know that there's lumber yards. We know that there's forges. That would actually be a smelter. And don't have one on them. What I want to know is, do you claim freeholds or do you build them? You do both. You claim the half-acre spot, and then you get blueprints, buildings. You get blueprints to buildings. You build the buildings, and then you can get skins for the buildings if you want them to look cool. So, I haven't seen one specifically for looms, but we know about forges. We know about smelters. Sorry about that. Can you have multiple towns in one node? No. The town is the node. The node map. Let me see. Images. So what you got is... What the hell's going on? I got stuff everywhere. Okay, so what you got is all of these colored areas. That's called a zone of influence. The black dot inside of it is the predetermined location that the town, if you will appear in. Now, it's the node. What happens is, as it grows up, it goes through the expedition to encampment to village, town, city, and then maybe even metropolis stage. We don't get to pick where the towns are. The town is preset. Plus, there's 4 types of towns. There's military, divine, scientific, or religious. Those are preset. So, you grow those up. But your question about the freehold, let me bring this back over. So in this green area up here, if this node was level 3, then everywhere in this zone of influence would be eligible to put a freehold down. Now, if right here's a dungeon, you can't drop your freehold. You can't drop your freehold on a dungeon. Can't drop it on roads. Can't drop it on, like, right in the middle of the mob spawns, which I think would be funny, but... And there might be some other places that you can't drop it. For example, if the mountain is going to shift when it goes from 4 to 5, I highly doubt you can drop your freehold in that spot. But you have a lot of freedom of where you can drop your freehold. It's not like Arcade where it's like from these wood posts to these wood posts, you have to drop your freehold. No, none of that. None of that. How many fortresses? There will be 5 castles. There will be 5 castles on the map. And there can be up to 5 metropolis. Metropolis? I do this every time. It's metropolis. There will be 5 metropolis on the map. Metropolis. Latin, it's metropolis. Weird word. More coffee! Endgame resources. Gather, must harvest the... Oh, I'm in the wrong section. Don't do that. But it's in the wrong damn section. Alright. Now, right off the bat, see? This is why. That's why I do this. Animations, fly in. Yep. And I don't need that to be animated, so you go away. Throw that in. Throw that in. Da-da. Da-da. That's way too long. I think these were... That was too long too. Yep. Okay, one more time. Check your timings. How hard it is to be like, you know how annoying it is to be like doing the recording and then you're like, fuck! Why are those so long? One more time. Yeah, the problem is that there is always a chance. There is always a chance that you can lose your freehold. The truth of the matter is you gotta find a node that's... You want to try to find a level 3 node that you can put your freehold in that is important enough that it gets left alone, but not so important that it becomes a target. There we go. Good. Acquisition of raw materials. None. Good. Literary quote, farming is an artisan class, pretty subtle assumption from conversations. How do I change that? Not from conversations. From previous statements. From existing statements. There we go. That's still too long. Why are all my animations like all jacked up? There we go. I like that animal goods gathering because I don't know what the hell you want to call it. No. Yes. No. No. space there. Oh. Yes. There we go. Gathering is done. Only took 2 hours. Yay. Sweetheart was right though. Probably be done faster. But I like hanging out with you guys. And I got to do my days. I got to do my hours. I wanted to get more hours in this week. But sadly. I just copied that slide. It wasn't like that. Yeah, there we go. Taking raw materials, turning them into ingredients used in crafting. Yes. Taking finished items and deconstructing them into ingredients. Yes. But we're going to caveat this. Throw an unknown mechanic on that. There's a point in time... there was a point in time where in EVE Online you could deconstruct a ship and get back more materials than it took to make the ship. My giant cheese. Do we know if there is a spacing requirement between freeholds, or are we going to see mini guild villages? You will not see mini guild villages. There is a standoff distance between freeholds. Now, I have on a couple of occasions tried to put the bug in Steven's ear about married couples, in-game married couples being able to violate the spacing distance, but I'm not sure if they're going to go for that, and I wouldn't go for it either as a game designer, because so I marry my friend so that we can drop our freeholds next to each other. Then we get divorced, and then we each marry somebody else so we can drop our freeholds in on the other side, and then you get a little mini guild village. So the intention is a standoff distance. Don't know how big. I would like to see that changed, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Sadly. But we might be able to convince them after some testing, because you're limited to one freehold per account, not per character, per account. So it's not like they're going to be all over. World boss drops. Can you have a fortress with your guild and then my own personal freehold in the same node? Okay, you got to stop using the word fortress, because that is actually a different mechanic. They are castles. The guild fortress system we don't know anything about. We know those go in nodes. And we don't know if you can drop freeholds inside of the castle's 3 military nodes. I'm gonna guess we can't. If I had to guess today, because they're not going to create a system where they know every month the node is going to get destroyed and then your freehold would get destroyed with it. That would probably piss people off. So I'm going to go with, no, I don't think you can put a freehold at your guild's castle, but a green book question it is. Like I said, given the way I know the mechanic works, I doubt it. I'm thinking about fortresses, yeah, but there's the fortresses aren't The fortresses are a building inside of a node. They have their own mechanic. The guild halls and the guild fortresses are used during guild wars. So that's why we got to make sure that we use the right words, because words matter. And the guild fortress doesn't generate... it's like this. I will probably not be the actual guild leader of Paradox. I will be the leader in spirit, in actuality. Tamir will probably be the actual guild leader, because I can't be the mayor of a node as the guild leader. They've done a good job to make sure that one person can't generate too much power. And the reason why a guild leader can't be mayor is because a guild leader becomes king or queen when they take over a castle. So, at first, I will probably now be the guild leader. And then if I end up as the mayor of a town, I will probably not be the actual guild leader. I don't know what we're going to do at that point then, because it would get awkward that I'm not the guild leader, I'm not the one flying around on the flying dragon. Assumed gathering professions, workstations, buildings on buildings, workstations building on your freehold. Yep. Yeah, and that's for animal husbandry. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how animal husbandry is a processing profession. I want to see if there's a explanation. No. This isn't like Revelation Online or BDO, where there are smaller objectives for smaller guilds. There are 5 fortresses, see, now you got me doing it. There are 5 castles. They are the premier guild versus guild content. After that, it's all about the node system. It is all about the node system. I don't know how this is going to be. I don't know how this is considered processing, but I'll see how they do that. I wouldn't consider animal husbandry as processing. I would consider it as crafting. I would put it in the crafting family, because you're breeding, but I'll trust. In Sandal, I trust. I trust in the Sandal God. So this is where it gets convoluted. And I'm not even sure I want to go. I'm not gonna go that way. Like Sweetheart says, if I don't have clearness, I need to be vague, because I don't want to put words in their mouth. I know, Sweetheart. The delay is all shorter now, so if you say, it's like I can hear you, I can interact. It's so nice. It's like 3 seconds. With castles, do the guild's allies also have access to it or no? As it stands now, yes. There has been some quotage that's been contradictory. It is one of the really cool things about Steven that he... Steven jumps into random people's podcasts. He joins random discussions. I think that is awesome. I don't blame Steven for the misinformation. I blame the people asking the questions because they're playing Stump-a-Chump, and that comes from the military. If you guys have never heard that phrase, playing Stump-a-Chump is when you try to ask your instructor something in like the most convoluted manner to get the answer you want. And then what happens is people mix and mash answers, and then they say, well, we have these quotes. And it's the on-running joke. I'm a big nerd, so I find this joke funny. But before Chernobyl went nuclear, the director of Chernobyl was going away on a holiday, and he said, remember, you can't add too much water. And he left. And so one guy wanted to keep adding water because he said, well, you can't add too much water. And the other guy kept stopping him from adding water, and he said, no, you can't add too much water. You can take anything that gets said in a multitude of ways. Numberus? What the hell's wrong with my spelling today? So, yeah, so the way it's supposed to work is that guilds and their allies... See, there are formal alliances in Ashes. We don't have any solid, concrete, definitive answers for how that works. We know a little bit of stuff, but we don't know enough. It's like we know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to be useful. That's my motto. I could go on an entire diatribe about animal husbandry, but I won't. I'll save that. I will save that for later. We do have a lot of information on animal husbandry. Just so you guys know, Paradox is definitely gonna be the guild for selling the best mounts. Because Tamir will go nuts with it, and I'm sure some of you I'm sure a lot of you will want your best in slot mounts as well. I wish I could play. I do too. Steven, rip up my NDA. Let me go live, baby. I will sell you $1,500 packs right now. Turn the server on, man. That's what I'm saying. Just hit live, man. I'd make you $500,000 this afternoon. So dude, that'd be okay. It's okay, man. He can throw those servers on. I'll sell him $1,500 packs right now. I'll make myself $75,000 this afternoon. I'm okay with that. Jahlon. Yeah, Jim, and that's probably a big thing. I mean, obviously, he wants people to sign up for the game without a referral code. And I'm gonna say, 15% is nice. Now, I am going to say this. There are a couple of people who are dumb, and they didn't think about it. And I said to him, I was like, you guys don't realize that you've got enough referrals that if every one of your referrals plays the game, you're gonna run into problems because you can't afford the taxes. Like, people don't realize that. It's income. You have to pay taxes on it. Like, if every one of my referrals was to play the game, not buy anything, just pay their monthly sub, and not get any referrals of their own, I'd be making $3,500 a year. But that's taxable. And someone's like, no, it's not. I'm like, are you an American? Yeah, then it's fucking taxable. Every dollar you make in America is taxable. Better make yourself, you know, the priest of your own religion. Jahlon, when you can stream the game, you got to be the first one to get those thousands of Curious fans. Man, as soon as I can stream Alpha 1, I will be streaming Alpha 1. I will be streaming Alpha 1, and then I will have Tamir's computer recording her Alpha 1 footage so that I have Alpha 1 footage without this face on all of it. The first bit of Alpha 1 won't be persistent, so most of the time it's up I'll be recording. Some of the time it's up I'll have to make videos. But yeah. Different ones for processing. Different raw materials. I like that better. The only time, Cammy, the only time you would have to deal with the taxes is if you tried to take it as cash. If you get into the referrals and people spend money, you can also just take it as Embers, which is Cash Shop currency. So, a couple, like, and you can also use it to pay your sub. So if you got people you can refer them, man. Get them to sign up. That way you never have to pay for the game. That's what I need Ty to do. I need Ty to try to get himself a bunch of referrals. That way he doesn't have to pay for the game. What the fuck is going on outside my house? This dude is constantly backing up. Like, I'm gonna end up having this new neighbor, and this new neighbor's not gonna last long. If it's just referral, do the person need to buy anything? Do you even English? Does the person need to buy anything? Yes. You get 15% of whatever the person spends, which is why I have $354.75 in my kitty. UBR English. Workstations would request different ones for different. Yeah, we don't have nearly enough in processing. Like Spanglish, but Branglish. Yeah, man, I get it. I know that one. That's like the play with people for Warlord's Awakening. They do that. I need 7 referrals to pay their monthly subscription for my subscription to be paid for. You need 7 referrals that pay their monthly subscription that don't have anybody else under them as a referral. So, like, down there below, when people click on the Ashes of Creation link of mine and they sign up, I know some of my signups have their own signups. Well, then I don't get $225 for them. I get less if they're using their monthly money to offset their sub. But all my money goes back to the Paradox Gaming Network. My money will flow back to Peoples. Except the $75, that's my own money. Because I bought my wife her pack. Probably end up giving that away too, though. Alright. Processing. Crafting. Grab the picture one more time. Now we're into crafting. Oh, no we're not. We'll still do the crafting one though. Yeah, waiting for a nice cosmetic for the $75 pack. Yeah, Tamir wasn't really happy with this month's cosmetics, but we had a problem with our referral program. Tamir bought something from the store. She bought me the Ashes hat. She never got credit for the purchase. I never got credit for her purchase. And we were asking them to fix it. Tamir is my wife. We were asking them to fix it, asking them to fix it. They never did. They said, hey, you need to buy into Ashes Alpha 1 this month. She just made another account. She said, fuck it. You brought me into the game. It's like, yep. Frostpaw just made some purchases. I didn't get credit for his. Sue, Valkyrie, she made her purchase in December. Still haven't gotten credit for hers. Yeah, I hope they get that worked out quick, because the last thing they want is somebody like the Lazy Peon, who has like 7,000 referrals. The last thing you want to do is have a guy like that not getting his money, because that would hurt you. That dude, though, probably... Okay, think of it this way. If the Lazy Peon has 7,000 referrals, and let's just pretend that they all... pay for a year, right? $189,000. Guys, we're doing something wrong here. We are doing something way wrong. It's Recruit a Friend Day. Everybody go find a friend. Bring him to the game. Beep, beep. Oh. I don't have friends with money though. Well, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I guess Ty, you're gonna have to walk more flyers if you want to play Ashes of Creation. You know, right now I don't even claim my Twitch money. I don't have anything to give away right now. So I'm stacking up the money. What I should have done is I should have been smart, and I wasn't. I was kind of dumb, and I missed an opportunity. I should have given away a fractured Kickstarter. But that becomes a pain in the ass because you can't really gift to them. A Glucose Guardian. Wow. A Glucose Guardian. Why am I copying this slide? Let's copy this slide. Protector of the sugar. You'd rather have sugar mommies though. Whoa, man. We are charting uncharted waters here, and I am not happy about it. Carbohydrate Caretaker. What is going on in my channel? You guys are making me hungry. Hey, I got to my doctor's appointment this morning. They're like, yeah, your doctor is running 10 minutes late. I was like, why? Because she got here 10 minutes late? Oh, well then that fucking makes perfect sense. Turning ingredients into finished goods. What limits crafting abilities? Location of crafting stations, availability of necessary raw goods, ingredients, availability of world boss drops. What is wrong with you people? You make... Oh, no. You're no, you gotta stop. That's candy. Can't be talking about candy. Oh, I should probably look at my phone. After 10.5 years of marriage, I know that I will get fed lunch. What I'm gonna get fed lunch, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get. I will get something. So what's up? I see some people dropping in. You guys got questions about Ashes? I'm just working on a video hanging out with these guys talking about the fructose father. What limits crafting ability? Okay, now I want the next slide that I did. No. You're right, 10 years and you don't get lunch. Jammin', my wife is out at 54th Street with the girls. She will come home. She will hand me a box. It will either have a burger and fries in it, or it will have a gyro and fries in it. I might get Zeppelin pretzels. I might not. It all depends. I did hit her in the head with a water bottle today. I didn't mean to. I had a water bottle with just a little bit of water left in it. I meant to throw it at her so it would like fall and hit her feet. And the fucking thing had like this much water in it, and when it went, thump right in the back of the head. So hit her in the head. No, I did not tell you to hit your wife in the head. Oh, did I not change that? I probably didn't. Processing. So that's what happens. I forget to change something because I do a lot of copy pasta so that the slides look the same. And then I'll be recording it and I'll be like, God, fuck. But that's a sexy chibi. Known crafting professions. Those aren't crafting professions. I know. I gotta change the slide. I gotta get up in a minute. My legs are starting to burn. I've been sitting here. Had to jump up a couple of times, but I haven't like really stretched. Man, no, I don't want to open my Steam account. Why are you doing this to me, Steam? Man, my physical therapist yesterday, she beat me up. She picked on me. Okay. Known crafting, and then I want to pull this slide down because I want to work on 2 slides at the same time. Always dangerous, but it's okay. I'm gonna put this slide right there. Yeah, I'm gonna be back in your neck of the woods jamming in October. I'm going back to Universal for 2 days. I have 2 days left on my tickets, so I decided to fly down there for 2 days in October. My kids have a 4-day weekend. Armor smithing. Smithing. Isn't there brewing? This is all... I got notes. I got notes everywhere. Broken. Not broke. Broken. Not assumed. These are possible. And nope. I spell knife with an N. I am definitely looking forward to Fractured. Man, Ty blew up the charts earlier this week because Fractured gives you free cash for their cash market or their cash shop just by doing stuff. They give you quests. Well, that's another one. I'm trying to get Ty to start doing the foundational work now, so when he turns 18 he already has a big fat Twitter, he already has a following, start making some videos. I think Ty could do it and then, you know, turn around at 18 and be like, alright guys, give me that money. Crafting. Where are my notes on crafting? I don't think I have any actually. Not as many as I'd want. Nope. Oh, I didn't put it under crafting. I didn't. Actually, I haven't pulled... What did I do? Not put any... Oh, wait, what the hell? Alright guys, I'm going to jump up real quick for a second and clear my head. I have my notes, but I'm gonna just shake off this sitting here for a second because my brain is like not agreeing with me for a moment. So I'm going to be right back. Oh yeah, sweetheart, you there? The cat brought this down the stairs. Look at the size of this fucking thing. And it's got batteries in it. Nope, cat doesn't care. He's a great retriever. Oh yeah, my orange cat has a bunny. Oh, my food is here. If there's food here, I'm gonna have to go, guys, because you know I have a rule. I don't eat in front of you guys. I'm actually gonna make this ashes. I'm gonna make this the Ashes 101, the Artisan system. So I'm going to say, do I have food? Alright, I got food, guys. Anyway. I'm going to disappear for a little bit, and then I'm going to finish up this video. I'm going to finish up the crafting part. I'm going to try to do this a couple of more times as I make these videos so that we can have this discussion. But I am starving. I've been up for, like, ever with no food. So I'll talk to you guys later, and probably catch you tonight while I'm streaming some Star Trek. Oh, and join my Discord. Ask lots of questions.